Hi, I'm Christine Stewart. I write as Christine Stewart Nunez, and I'm the editor of South Dakota in Poems. And I'm also the person who facilitated the collaboration of a few of these poems in this anthology, and The Black Hills and Water is one of them. I helped people all across the state write some poems to submit to this collaboration, and I also called for poems for people to submit, and then I took bits and pieces from everybody and made this kind of multi-voiced poem, although here I use one voice for it. So, The Black Hills and Water. Water. Listen to this creek's trio, the high-pitched gurgling of dancing water, the loudest rushing of creek moving over bed, and the thumping of caught water crashing into boulders. Follow this music upstream past buttes and hogback and through the pines. Find gray granite glittering with flecks of mica and trace the crevices from which waters of these ancient hills seep, trailing down cliff sides, twinning, braiding back into the trout-filled streams of the Morris, Elk, Rapid, Box Elder, Whitewood, Spring, Grace Coolidge, French, Johnny, Beaver, Cheyenne, Horsehead. In South Dakota, we love water, a drip, a drop, a swallow, a sip, in the way of cacti in rain, storing drops in convoluted folds behind thorns. In South Dakota, we have water, drink from the lip, dip into the hip, that flows clear over the grasses still green and steam rising from hot springs. In South Dakota, we dream water, lose your grip and slip from reality, and rivers wind through the autumns of our minds, all of us atoms, spiraling time. In South Dakota, we have ribbons of water that freeze from the bottom up. Spearfish Creek flows all winter to satisfy the thirst of elk, antelope, ravens, mule deer, all the denizens of these hills. South Dakotans, listen to my liquid lullabies tremolo in rock caves or chambered shells, a song to still your wringing hands, to soothe your pounding heart, to call you back to rocking waters where you can rest, weightless again. Forest. Here the fauna of 1,000 years, here you may breathe, moss kissing bare feet, fairy houses hidden like dreams. Here the wildflowers like colored tongues dripping fresh dyes. Let the trees hear the frenzy of your mind and the rhythm and rocking of whispers blown upon the wings of dandelion seeds. Here the secrets dropped or thrown to be settled into the dark, dank earth, bejeweling the ferns and shells and peppered like seasoning. Here is the forest, and here is the peace. Hike. In these sacred hills, trails spiderweb mountainsides. Paths are lined with moss-patched rocks, black and green and gray. Pine needles make thatch blankets. Fallen trees stretch branches over bushes and trails, their roots like fossilized octopus, tangled arms in the dirt. Layers of birch bark make cuffs around their cores. Evergreen scented spring, layers of rock, complex geology, and on an outcrop above, a tree growing on a ledge. Sacred. The magnetics of this burnt and barren landmark call. A volcanic cathedral shaped like a sleeping bear. Skewed branches and twisted trunks, remnants of fire, point at the trail. Celebration slowly blooms, devotions offered in a kaleidoscope of color, leaves of ribbon, tattered. From a distance, I hear a drumming Morse code. A landscape of velour mounds swells, of earthen palette of chestnut, honey, bronze, and goldenrod. Cottonwoods fill the air with summer snow. A sudden whirlwind spins and the scent of dry sage washes over, dizzy, smoke smudging my face and memory. I hear the music of a nearby rattle vibrating with subtitles of danger. This place is a secret passage, a gift, a sacred woodland tucked behind a vast open prairie, a sheltered retreat from harsh wind and blistering sun. We see winter whiteouts and spring mud puddles. We see antelope grazing and a bear splashing in a creek. We see a sandwich in rock layers and in a tree's canopy, a green umbrella. We see swiftly moving water, fast, 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 and kayakers bobbing up and down. We see orange cactus flowers up close, buffalo from far away. Step close on these stones. South Dakota is an unopened box. Sculpture. Patterned shapes of harmony, honeycomb pine cones, boxwork, snowflakes, and seashells pressed into granite pages are lessons of sacred geometry. Your stones are our bones. Your water is our blood. Your land is our skin. Your arteries lead through your heart into our bodies. Your breath flows out of caves and into our chests. A hazy sea with a granite shoreline, a myriad of horizontal tides lapping. I fold myself into it, braiding a new design. Summer sunset. The host of burnt orange falls early into the hill's open mouth. Hues of lavender lace ripple across water's surface, reflecting grace back into eggshell skies. Bearded slopes of pine feather dust down the mountain slopes, counter the water's jagged heart. In shadow, elk drink from a limestone sinkhole, variegated cup running over. Bats wake and slip from pines still standing or planed into cabin eaves, wings fluttering like paper fans. Dakota skippers take one last blessing from harebell or mariposa lily. White-tailed doe coaxes a fawn up an aisle of timothy grass to the sanctuary of ponderosa pine and quaking aspen. Dark settles in. Stars blink on in the black July sky, and then the coyote sing.